Yo, welcome everyone. This level is our last hope for a Bitcoin bounce, but if broken, we should unfortunately expect another major push down. Let me show you. First, you can notice, once we are zooming out, Bitcoin is as of right now still trading in some kind of a horizontal range. Only a couple of days ago, yes, we were trading exactly at the all-time high. We got some kind of a deviation from the range, but of course, if we do get acceptance back in the range, it is going to be some kind of a bearish Bitcoin indication, especially if we are also pushing down below our very important value area high. And right now, Bitcoin got a rotation from the top of the range back towards the bottom of the range. And yes, the bottom of the range right here at 107,000 US dollars is right now going to be one of the most important levels we should really pay attention to. Simply because, yes, of course, it is the bottom of the range, and if broken, it is going to be some kind of a bearish Bitcoin indication, but also applying right now our high-term time frame levels on the chart, you're clearly going to see our monthly high-term time frame level, it is coming in very close towards the bottom of our range. And in my opinion, if the range is going to start breaking back down, bearish Bitcoin indication, and probably we are going to go even lower back towards the downside. But right now also, I want to share with you a bullish Bitcoin indication happening right now on the Bitcoin CME futures chart. A lot of people over on Twitter and also on YouTube are talking about that right now probably we are starting a bear market. But the reality right now is we cannot really say for certain that the bear market on Bitcoin is right now actually starting. And of course, ideally also, even if we are right now in a bear market, we should, in my opinion, get some kind of a bounce towards the upside first before potentially continuing lower. But why so? Pay attention right now to the Bitcoin CME futures chart. It looks like we closed the chart literally before Bitcoin got this another major push down below our recent lows. And what is that going to mean? The CME gap at 111,000 US dollars is right now not filled yet. And at the moment, we are simply trading at approximately 111.3 thousand US dollar area. So if we do right now mark out this specific level, it does look like that potentially we are going to open in the next couple of hours exactly at our CME gap. So yes, probably this specific CME gap is going to get filled literally in the next couple of hours. But a good thing is, because we closed at 114.5 thousand US dollars, Bitcoin is going to form another CME gap right here, which is going to mean a 90% chance we are going to fill the gap sooner rather than later. So this right here is clearly going to be a bullish Bitcoin indication, why potentially in the next couple of days, in the next couple of hours, at least we can be looking for some kind of a bounce towards the upside on Bitcoin to approximately 114 and 115,000 US dollar area. Additionally, pay attention right now to the bull market peak indicators. Those indicators are going to help us to sell literally almost exactly at the cycle top. And as of right now, it does look like none of the indicators are right now telling to us that Bitcoin actually topped out, because it looks like we should definitely still be holding, looking for higher price targets. But unfortunately, it is not as easy as looking at those indicators. We should also talk about a bearish indication that unfortunately it was formed with this entire push down. And this is going to be that yes, potentially Bitcoin right now finished the entire rising wedge pattern right here, and potentially right now we are already breaking it towards downside. This right here is definitely not a good sign for Bitcoin. But on the other hand, looking right now, for example, as we said, at the bull market peak indicators, this right here is a bullish indication. Additionally, Ethereum Bitcoin chart and also Ethereum USD chart, in my opinion, are still looking very nice and bullish. So ideally, of course, I am looking for another all-time high on Ethereum, maybe not really on Bitcoin, at least not as of right now, because we are not seeing any major sign of strength just yet right here. But ideally, we are looking for some kind of an altcoin season to start, potentially maybe even in the next couple of days. This is right now why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are really possible. And also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now also share with you that yes, a lot of people right now are definitely being very much fearful. Crypto Fear and Greed Index is being in the fear area. So people, not only that they have gotten liquidated with this entire push towards downside, but also they are right now scared. Probably a lot of them are not going to have the strength or the guts to actually buy low, and potentially, of course, if we do get a bounce right here, to sell high. And of course also pay attention right now to many other different indicators. On the RSI and money flow indicator, we can right now actually see some bullish indications happening. RSI is clearly right now getting some kind of a higher low right here, while Bitcoin on the candlestick chart right here definitely got another lower low. Also money flow, significant higher low right here, lower low on Bitcoin. So both of those indicators are actually forming a regular bullish divergence, which could potentially mean some kind of a bounce on Bitcoin is going to happen in the next couple of days. Of course, in the next couple of days, we are then going to see how is Bitcoin moving higher, is the volume coming in, is the bounce right here going to look corrective or impulsive, but nevertheless, ideally, I am interested to fire another long or a buy position in the next couple of days. And I am going to share with you exactly where we can be looking for another long position on Bitcoin, because of course, after such a big push down, no way we are going to look to fire another short position right here. But yes, in terms of long positions, we are definitely prepared to buy low and sell high. Additionally, pay attention to the Bitcoin liquidation heat map on the 1 week time frame. Where are the biggest liquidations actually coming in? Of course, because we have already gotten a major push down, all of the major long positions have already gotten liquidated. This is right now why our biggest liquidations cluster on the 1 week time frame is not anymore below the recent lows, but actually exactly at 126.4 thousand US dollars, literally exactly at the all-time high, where approximately 270 million of short positions are going to get liquidated. This right here is also going to be some kind of a bullish Bitcoin indication. And this is right now why, if the very important area of support is going to be hit in the next couple of hours, I'm going to look to fire another long position. And what is going to be this specific level? Simply, we are going to pay attention to the 50% of the wick that was formed on the daily time frame. So what we are right now going to do, let's go with our Fibonacci retracement, measure the entire wick right here, and simply we are going to pay attention towards 0.5 Fibonacci retracement price target. And you're right now going to notice this specific level is going to come in at 107.6 thousand US dollar area, a very important level we should really pay attention to, and of course ideally it is going to be hit in the next couple of hours. Why so? Pay attention right now also to what other people have been doing in the market. And of course also this exact chart was posted 1 hour ago on my Twitter profile, where I said Bitcoin is getting some morning bearish absorption. Good morning everyone. And yes, lower highs are being formed on Bitcoin, higher highs on the CVD, which right now means buying pressure right here is coming in the market, but it's not able to push the price higher because right now clearly we are forming brand new lower highs right here. This is right now going to be one of the reasons why ideally I am looking for some kind of a push down for Bitcoin to potentially then hit at least our 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level right here at 107.6 thousand US dollar area. And remember before what we said, the bottom of our range is coming in almost exactly right here, and additionally our monthly level, it is also going to be approximately at this specific area at 108.2 thousand US dollars. And of course with our long position right here, we are also going to have a very clear invalidation level. If Bitcoin is going to then go and start breaking our support level, I want to get stopped out of my long position, and of course only in that scenario we are going to look for lower, and simply our next lower target is going to be our weekly level at 101,000 US dollars. So right now we have a very clear plan, we know exactly where we are looking for a buying position, and of course also ideally in the next couple of days we are looking for a bigger bounce towards the upside, not only on Bitcoin but of course also on Ethereum, especially right now if our fifth elite wave is going to start. That being said, we can be looking for price targets above 5,000 US dollars. This this is right now why, if you want to trade with us, you can get yourself a free 8,000 US dollar bonus without KYC and without VPN with the second link down below right here, because only after you register, but only for today, you're still going to get 10 USDT after you register and additional 20% deposit bonus after you're going to deposit. So yes, this specific campaign is right now valid only for today, so make sure you click the second link down below, you register, you get 10 USDT, you deposit, and you're going to get an additional 20% deposit bonus. Right now, let me also share with you something very, very interesting on the Bitcoin monthly returns chart right here. Yes, at the moment, we are definitely in red, but pay attention right now to our monthly candle on Bitcoin. How high do we right now actually need to go for us to get the month of October back in green? And our monthly candle opened at approximately 114,000 US dollars. And what we said before, if Bitcoin right now is going to get a push towards the upside because of the semi-future chart right here, potentially we can definitely once again go back into green right here. And that being said, October is going to be in the green area. Additionally, pay attention to the weekly time frame, because yes, on the weekly, unfortunately, we are not looking as bullish anymore. Yes, in the next couple of hours, 14 hours and 30 minutes, we are going to close our weekly candle, which is going to mean Bitcoin is going to get a brand new weekly high-term time frame area of resistance. Not only that, paying attention to the candlestick pattern right here, if we are going to close below the open right here of the previous candle, it is simply going to be a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, which is of course going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication. Not only that, pay attention to our exponential moving averages on the 1 hourly and 2 hourly time frame. Yes, we are already moving in a downtrend. 1 hourly, exactly the same thing. 50 exponential moving average is being below 200 moving average, which means we are in an average downtrend on the 1 hourly and 2 hourly. But the thing is, on the 4 hourly time frame, we are still, at least as of right now, in an uptrend, but probably we are going to get a cross literally in the next couple of hours. So yes, the average trend is bearish right now on Bitcoin. This is right now why it is very, very important for us to see what a bounce Bitcoin is going to get, if even the bounce is going to happen at our very important Fibonacci level right here at 107.5 thousand US dollar area. If we are going to get a bounce, ideally, it is going to start happening with a very high volume. And of course, we are going to see if we can actually continue our way towards another all-time high. Because if not, if the move up is going to look very, very corrective, only in that case, of course, we need to talk about our bigger rising wedge pattern and potentially that a bigger bear market is right now starting, not only on Bitcoin, but of course also, unfortunately, on the entire cryptocurrency market. But at least as of right now, yes, we are once again back into our horizontal range right here. Let's see if we are going to be able to hit our support level right here. And then, of course, let's see if our value area low at 111.5 thousand US dollars is going to get reclaimed for Bitcoin to then finally feel the semi gap much higher at approximately 117,000 US dollar area. And this is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free bonus using the second link down below, no KYC and no VPN, because only for today you're still going to get 10 USDT only after you register, but then deposit because you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.